Hey guys, good morning. I have something to talk to you about today. One, please excuse me, I am all hay fever. I have a fruit tree in my house that is blooming and I'm all hay fever in my house. Can't figure out how to get rid of it because, you want the tree to bloom, but I don't want to be crying all the time that I'm in my house. Anyway, so yeah, please excuse my voice. I go from like being sick to being hay fevered and sorry. But anyway, so I wanted to talk to you guys about something before I put on my makeup today. So I have been conducting an experiment for like a month. You gotta love conducting experiments on your own skin. Okay, so what I have done is I have been using the SK2 essence on this side of my face, and I've been using the Caudalie Vinoperfect essence on this side of my face. I will list the price difference between the two, but I wanted to leave this pretty unbiased. Anyway, so I'll tell you the obvious differences between these two, and I figure it's better to go in this without makeup because then you could see exactly the situation on my skin. I don't know what's been happening here. Yeah, so shame on me, but I don't think that that's really, this is not related to that this is the side of my face with this on it. The other items, you can see the difference in evenness of skin tone, and I'm noticing it took about 2 weeks before I noticed the difference in like actual improvement, mostly around my eyes because that's where I feel the most aged. And I mean, around my mouth, this annoys me because it's starting to head downward, but that's not really something that an essence or anything like this is going to fix. That's deeper. So these would be affected, and around the eyes here. That's really what I'm judging it on. So first impressions between the two, this is a lot more like water. Like watch it just plain splash around. It's basically, SK2 claims that Patera is some sort of ingredient in rice wine. That's what I gathered from the SK2 sales lady. This is basically also from wine, but this one is like grape wine, as far as I can tell. And this has a much thicker consistency. I mean, they both are very splashy, but this is more like wine and this is more like water. This smells and feels like nothing. Like you can tell it's not just water because it kind of bubbles up a little bit more than water does. But this one is a little bit, again, it feels more like wine and it smells kind of sweet, like maybe a Niagara wine. It smells about like that. So as far as what I've seen in the difference, you guys can decide on your own from what you can see. But after about 2 weeks, I started noticing this eye usually looks less wrinkled, a little bit younger than this eye. Like I feel like, that really, I'm just gonna do this unflattering thing. As skin ages, it starts to get your puffy this way and your puffy this way in this area. On this eye, I feel like I only have the puffy this way and I don't have the other one, if that makes any sense. So that means that, yeah, do you see the difference? Like, I feel like that's a pretty good tell. Whenever I push on my skin, and this side is just a little bit more old looking. I even, honestly, I have to say, like if I'm gonna sleep on a side, it's usually on this side. And so this side usually tends to be more aged. But I do think that this one is a lot more expensive than this one. Again, I'm gonna mark that on the screen. But overall, they're really, really similar, but this seems to work on me just a little bit better. I was really curious because this was a little bit less money. And this is almost easier to get on because it just has a little bit higher viscosity. It's a little bit easier to get on without like dropping on myself. They're both watery enough that they don't mess anything up whenever I drop it, but I'm like putting it on my palm and then pushing it onto my face like this twice a day, every day. And I have a lot less mistakes on this side of my face than on this side of my face because the SK2 is so watery. And the directions do say to like use cotton, but the lady from SK2 originally did not tell me that, so I didn't do it, so I used it for years without it. And then I've been years without SK2. I tried SK2 probably nearly 10 years ago for the first time. I figured that I would do this about what sort of results I'm getting, and honestly, both sides of my face feel so much better. I felt like I was really crossing a frightening line of like, oh crap, I went from like 35 to 45 in a snap. Hopefully that is not gonna happen. I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of a mess, but I hope that this is helpful to anybody. I know that these are both really quite an investment, and basically just an investment in faith that they're going to work. So I don't know. I would like to have seen this myself, so maybe somebody else will like to see it too. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will be back and talk to you soon. Please subscribe, give this a like if you like this sort of thing, and check back soon. Bye-bye.